Hello Junior School. One of the areas that we have identified from trackers that maybe would be useful to increase your skill levels is sketching. When we draw things on a flat page, we can represent them in both 2 dimensions or 3 dimensions, and 3 dimensions allows you to draw them so that you can show depth as well as width and height. So there's a couple of wee examples on the screen of first of all the words sketching in, that's in 2 dimensions, whereas T and D is in 3 dimensions. I've put that together today, so it's a wee bit ropey, but you have a cube below the 3D. You've got a cylinder and you've got a, well, I suppose a set of steps, and they're all showing both breadth, height and depth, or width, depending on how you want to talk about it. Okay, so this wee booklet is going to teach you some of the basics, and hopefully you'll be able to practice this, and when you're trying to communicate using sketching, you'll be able to improve how you do that over the next couple of years. So the first point is you always draw vertical lines vertical. So if I pause this for a wee second. Okay, so vertical lines are these lines here. That one, and that one. You can't see the 4th one because it's hidden at the back. But anything that to the legs on your table would be vertical. The parts of the window frame, the edges and the dividers in the middle, they would all be vertical. So you always draw them vertical, and sometimes when you're trying to draw it, you'll think, no, that can't be vertical, but if you draw it vertical, it will look correct. Okay, so next thing is all other lines are drawn at 30 degrees to the horizontal. Now, 30 degrees to the horizontal does not have to be exact. This is a type of drawing called isometric drawing. An isometric drawing is where both isometric, and that should be an S and it's not, it looks like a 5. Isometric, okay. Iso means same as, and the same as is this angle here and this angle here, they're both 30. Okay, all other lines are now drawn parallel to those. So if it's a vertical line, it will be parallel to the vertical line you've already drawn, or if it's a horizontal line, you will draw them at 30 degrees to the horizontal. Okay, so that's the basics, and if you keep coming back to that, that will help. So first of all, always draw vertical lines vertical, and then draw horizontal lines at 30 degrees. There's a paper called isometric paper, which we can use, but you won't have it at home, so just use ordinary plain paper. Okay, moving on. So the following shapes, initially what I've done there is I have scaffolded it. So what I've done is I've already put in part of it, and what I'm trying to get you to do then is finish it. So what I will do is I will show you how to do it, and then you can have a go yourselves. Okay, so what you should be doing is drawing all the vertical lines vertical and the same length if you can, and then draw horizontal lines, at 30 degrees. And this one here is the hardest one, so you would need to, maybe Mr. Allen, this one here should be parallel to that one, and that one should be parallel to this one, so these two are parallel. And then moving on, parallel, vertical, parallel, parallel. So that one there, this one here, is parallel to that one. Okay, so again, if you want to, you can draw in a wee dotted line across there, which you will later on remove. 30 degrees, 30 degrees, doesn't have to be exact. You'll get better at this. Whoops, maybe go back, Mr. Allen, don't like that. Don't be afraid to rub things out and have another go. And then put this one in parallel. These two here, this one and this one should be parallel. And this one here, oops, maybe not quite right. Let's have another go. That should be parallel to that. And this one, that one there, that one there, and that one there should be vertical. Okay, and then getting a wee bit faster now. This should take you quite a bit of time because you'll be rubbing things out and having another go. I'm making it look easy. It is not. It's years and years and years of practice. All right, now, it's getting harder because we're leaving out more and more of the lines. Parallel, vertical, parallel, parallel. Okay, so this is a wee bit different. You would start off by just drawing the circle. That circle that I have drawn isn't very well drawn. It's difficult to draw using my iPad, but let's have another go. Okay, so basically you would have your line starting off down there, and then you have to decide, right, where does it disappear that you wouldn't be able to see it, which is about there. And then you need to draw the part of the circle that you're going to see. Okay, so draw a circle, draw where it disappears so you're not going to be able to see it, and draw the part of the circle that you do see. Okay? Okay, now we're moving on to something a wee bit more difficult. And this is going to take lots of practice, and we're not expecting you to be good at this right away, but you need to be spending about half an hour doodling on other pieces of paper before you would maybe start trying to do it on this itself, okay? So I'm not wanting you to print this off. If you don't have a printer, don't worry. Just draw it onto a piece of plain paper. If you do have a printer and you want to print this off, that would be good, because it helps you. But initially, just draw on a piece of blank paper. If you don't have access to a printer, that's okay. All right, so here we go. How would we do this? We would draw a parallel line, a vertical line, another vertical line, and then a parallel line, and then another parallel line. Oh, it's not happy with that. So I'll put it there, and then another one parallel that way. And then we would have to draw a square, and this is where it's really difficult with my stylus pen because it's not very accurate. Whoops, no, not happy with that. So let's try again. Oops. Nope, not happy with that. Let's get rid of both of those. Let's try it from there. Obviously, you would rub out bits like that there. Not there. After you've created them, and let's zoom away in. That might help. Let me see. Zoom away in. Whoops. And try again. So go back to the pen. No, not happy with that. Bit better. Still not brilliant, but it's better than it was. And then this is the swimming pool in the top of the house. And what else was I meant to do? Yep, the doorway. So let's see, the doorway set back a wee bit in. How do I know? Because of this bit there, and then that goes up and you don't see the top of the door. Alright, if I wanted to put a window on, I could do a window on here. Vertical, parallel, vertical, parallel. I'm not really happy with that. That's better there. And rubber. not bad for using a stylus pen. So then what I do is go to the next page and you draw something yourself. So it'll be a factory or something like a building. Maybe some of you are into farm machinery, a tractor. How would you do a tractor? So a tractor, how would you do a tractor? Let's see. You would start off with blocks. And there's the engine. Let's go back. Drawing it a wee bit big, but anyway, sure. There's your cab. And here's your wheel. Why am I drawing it like that? Because you don't see part of it, etc. And then you've got your, and this is all just practice. And it's a very basic tractor, obviously, but I'm sure you can see how it works. All right, hope you enjoy that.